guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here at the 2025 edition of the Chicago Auto Show, and of course, walking around, we had to stop at the Dodge booth because there's still a lot of controversy with this vehicle. What is it? It's your 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona. This particular one is an RT Stage 1. But before we get into the entry level of this Charger Daytona, let's talk about what's going on here. So when people think Dodge, they think, of course, like we've talked about many a time, big, huge Hemi V8s. Those engines are gone, and what we have for right now is electrification. Now, Dodge says that they have succeeded in making the world's first ever electric muscle car. But is that true? And is the RT actually the better one to get over the Scat Pack because of the price? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice a color we have not been able to show you really in person yet. It's called Peel Out, and this color takes the place of Go Mango. And of course, being a nice, bright, vibrant orange really kind of fits the identity of this new Charger Daytona. And it's nice to see them adding new colors with cool names. Now, at the front of the business, that R-Wing design, it made it into production from the concept vehicle. You got your full LED headlights, our drag strip daytime running lamp. I have to zonk, these are fake vents on the corners, but you do have a nice gloss black splitter along the bottom portion. It's gonna be interesting to see in the next few months when they unveil the six-pack what the front end looks like compared to this Charger Daytona. Now, what's fascinating is you have to see this in person because it's actually wider than the previous generation Charger wide body. So we're going even wider, and what I like about it is that everything is built into the bodywork. They didn't just take fender flares and put it on the bodywork. Now, what made it into production, which still blows my mind, is the R-Wing. This is actually an aerodynamic device which harks back to the early NASCAR days of the Charger Daytonas. Fully functional. It's gonna give us some nice downforce, but also help with the airflow, and there it is, the Frat Zonic badge going back to the 1960s here on the modern era Charger Daytona, and a forward-facing camera. Working our way down, good muscle car-esque mid-bumper, and then the lower grille area is fully functional because we have active shutters that open and close. But let me know what you think about the front of this. Like I said, especially in this peel-out color, it does have the presence of a muscle car, even though there isn't an actual engine underneath the hood. Now, as we rise up, you are gonna get a little bit of a bulge. That's one of those things that just goes with the territory of this style of car. Like I said, when the Charger six-pack hits the streets, it's gonna be interesting how different this area is gonna be because, of course, you're gonna need more grille for more cooling with that internal combustion engine. As we come around the bend, what are we working with when you go RT? So RT for the Charger Daytona is your entry level. All RTs are gonna get Stage 1 direct connection power-up packages, which this one has. When it comes to wheels, good looking 20-inch wheel, large Y-spoke design all the way around, gunmetal metallic gray, and that Frat Zonic badge. What's really awesome is that bringing back that badge from the 60s makes sense because the designers of the Charger Daytona really focused on the 1968 Charger. So they really looked at the past to try to bring in this modern interpretation of what they're going for. And like I said, until you see it in person, I think you need to just wait until that day comes for you. Now, coming down the rest of the vehicle, you got your RT badge. That's always stood for road and track, and the Stage 1 direct connection power boost. Now, when it comes to these power boost options, these are gonna be something you could get right from your dealership through direct connection and Mopar. On our mirror caps, they are gloss black, kind of pops nicely with the peel out color, and this one has the optional panoramic glass roof. It does not open up, but it does give you a nice open air experience on the interior. I think one of the smartest things that they did for the Charger is, guess what? They brought back the two-door Charger. So whether you want your Charger to be 2 doors, or for 2026, you'll be able to get a 4-door Charger as well. But if you remember, on the previous generation, a lot of people were pissed off that the Charger only came in 4 doors. This one, you get to have it your way, just like Burger King. Super-sized quarter window, and wait until we show you the room in the back seat. Gives you a lot of space. Of course, we have our dual motors, 1 motor up front, 1 motor out back, and you do have the ability to just have rear-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive if that's what you prefer. Now, one of my favorite designs, if you notice that body, the way it comes off the door panel into the rear fender, this is a hatchback style, so this actually raises up to give us a lot of cargo space. And then just like up front, you got your LED drag strip lighting with the Fratzonic badge just floating in the center. Daytona name stamped in. When you hear Daytona, that's automatically going to be the EV. If you hear 6-pack, that is the internal combustion engine version. And then Fratzonic for the Fratzonic chamber, which is like a pipe organ that emits sound from the back of this car. But definitely styling-wise, they really hit the nail on the head. Let's pop the hood and see what the heck is underneath it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have a small front-mounted trunk area. It's about 4 cubic feet of space, and lurking behind that is actually the electric motor for the front end. But what are we looking at? You're looking at electric motor up front, electric motor out back with the Stage 1 tune setup. You're looking at 496 horsepower, 404 pound-feet of torque. It uses a 93.9 kilowatt lithium-ion battery pack, 0 to 60 in about 4.9 seconds, quarter mile in 12.8, and you have a 308-mile range. And that's been the tricky thing with this so-called electric muscle car, is that, yes, you want more power, it's gonna cut range. So if you go Scat Pack, which has more than 600 horsepower, that's that version right behind me, that's not gonna have as far as a range as this one with over 300 miles. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside, because that's where you're gonna see the biggest changes for 2025. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona RT Stage 1. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm not sure about this electrified muscle car stuff, but I'm curious, how much is it? So RT trim starts at $51,000. This one has been optioned to a little over $60,000. Still a far cry from that Charger Daytona Scat Pack over there that's around $81,000. But let's see what's new in the world of Dodge and the Charger. To the door panels. Love the style. The red contrast stitching. Look at how we have that blue ambient lighting. You could change all the colors of the rainbow. Roy G. Biv. 2 different styles of stitching on the center armrest there, the white with the red. And then you have an interesting door pocket. They have it set up perfect for a Chicago dog. And of course, you could get yourself a nice slice of deep dish pizza in there and a small can of Coca-Cola. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, look at the way we got the Daytona name up top, the blue ambient lighting, the stitching, soft touch, 2 different styles of stitching, even on the side here. And then as you work your way in, it may not sound like a lot, but you have 12.3 inches of infotainment system screen. I love the way that it's a nice wide angle. Let's see if we could bring up our cameras here. Oh yeah, here we are at the show, and you can see from every which angle. We got more cameras. Look at that guy, he looks lost. Somebody needs to help that guy. We have more cameras than what they used to have at Circuit City and Radio Shack back in the day. So really easy to get through the cameras. Of course, you just exit out. There's that guy lost again. Somebody help that guy, please. Please help him. And then, of course, we could go into our performance pages. So we hit that. Comes up a lot faster. If you remember, performance pages in the previous gen took forever. Look at all the gauges, your propulsion, your G-force. We got it all hooked up here, even timers. So nice to have all that. And then there's the apps, easy peasy. Working our way down, our AC vents. You got wireless charging, a place for 4 drag Twinkies, and then the return of the pistol grip shifter. This is going to control the direct drive transmission, your power on button, 2 cup holders, soft touch material. Open this up. You do have a 12 volt for a radar detector, which I highly recommend. And you have enough room in here for, I would say, geez, 4 cheeseburgers from Mickey D's? So you can get 2 number 2s, extra ketchup, no onion. Lori does not like onion. Just throwing that out there, especially red onion. Blech. Blech. Seats, the soft material, the stitching, nice bolstering, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver, of course, and we got that beautiful glass panoramic roof. That is an option. But why don't you get over here? I want to show you 16 inches right in your face in this Daytona. All right, guys, we're in it to win it. Please excuse the beeping. It's just that the car is powered on and we are at the auto show. And because it's an EV and the door's open, it's gonna beep. Now, you do have memory seat settings, 3 memory seat settings for the driver's seat. You'll notice the pedal box, nice aluminum brake pedal. Throttle is also aluminum. They did a better job on the dead pedal, but it's not aluminum, so I am gonna have to zonk that. You do have your power seat controls, 8-way adjustable seating. I'm 6 feet tall, lots of room in here. Steering wheel, very interesting D shape with your power shop button. That gives you that extra boost of juice. You could measure and adjust the amounts of regen braking with the paddles. And then you got 16 inches. That's an optional 16-inch screen. Gives you all the clear readouts, all the information you could ever want. Thank God I shut off that. I don't know how I did it, but I shut it off. Hallelujah. Look at how you could customize the screen 20 different ways from Sunday. And there's a head-up display. So they got you covered every which angle on this thing. Really nice to see that. And then, of course, we got the back seat area, which is large enough, believe it or not, it's the same amount of size as the 4-door. So you don't skimp on the back seat room. Let's go get in the cargo because we need to wrap it up from Chicago. All right, guys, we are doing a little bit of surprise. I know I said we're getting in the cargo area, but Lori really wanted to do back seat. So just like any other marriage, relationship, anything like that, it's always a compromise. So I gave in and said, we'll do the rear seat because, trust me, Lori knows what she's talking about, and she knows that you guys want to see the back seat more than the cargo, because cargo, you're just going to put crap back there. Back seat, you're possibly going to put people, especially if you have friends. But sitting back here, I'm 6 feet tall, not even close to the freaking headliner. Love the seat material, just like up front with the red stitching. We do have a center armrest that comes down with 2 cup holders. And it's hard to show, but we do have 3 stages of heated seats, 2 USB-Cs and AC vents back here. I'll pull this back. Actually, I powered it forward, so let me show you just how much room we have with the power seats. So that's about where I was sitting. Look at all the room back here. But now it's official. We need to wrap it up from Chicago because we need to get on to the next car. All right, guys. Another great day here at the Chicago Auto Show. Definitely want to thank Darren, Kristen, and the rest of the Dodge crew allowing us to have in-depth access with this new color called Peel Out. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you're willing to go down this road of electrification with a Dodge Charger Daytona. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Reds family. Gotta give it up to Lori. She has been working so hard. Definitely show her some love in the comment section, or she's gonna throat chop each and every one of you. So thank you, Lori, for standing strong. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.